Colorado, one of the most picturesque locations in the world, let alone for college football, and you will see plenty of Buffaloes roaming here. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Colorado Buffaloes offense will get the first possession of the game. And all eyes will be on this man because he is electrifying every time he touches the ball.
I mean, so much fun to watch. Can hit home runs, can make big plays. Everything in this offense starts with that grown man.
What I really like about him, too, is he's versatile, right? He can carry the rock.
Going for a big play right off the bat. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. Here comes the offense on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a
just causing wreckage in the secondary. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a gap. It's good. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. A strike downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. And the Buffaloes look to keep this drive humming. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got enough space. Touchdown, Buffs! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Seminoles offense will get the ball for the first time. And both of these teams have anchors in the middle that you build your defense around.
And everybody just seems to look to these two guys when there's a big play on the field that needs to happen, right?
They're making all the calls. They're making sure that they're in the right spots, run, pass, getting everybody organized, and they do it at a high level.
Jackson gonna throw it. Still looking, on the move. Open space at the 25. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years, not always dual threats, sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie, and guys that maybe they weren't runners, but man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better. And you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. power football with the run. Still running at the 40. Smashes through the tackle. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generated a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
Offense gets set for second down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Going to try to get it himself. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap. Gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes...
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Florida State. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And he puts through the extra point. So a drive there of 85 yards. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Bringing it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Makes the grab. It's Logan. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Handoff from the gun. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Buffaloes line up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. have it back, they'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
And the Noles want to crank the tempo.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining up all over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
Jackson will throw. Using the quick game. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. When Bobby Bowden built this program, high-flying offenses, great quarterback play, innovation, and that's what they hope they'll see on display today.
Yeah, and it was year after year, man. He found so many elite athletes, such good recruiting in the state of Florida, and when the Seminoles get those guys, man, those teams fly.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Fires to the middle. And he intercepts it.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Makes the catch. It's Logan. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
We've got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes a catch. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
From the gun, the ground game. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
The lone back's got it. Shakes off the tackle. And the Buffaloes have enough for the first down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Comes out throwing on first down. It's complete. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route run. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
And the Buffaloes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And we saw it last week with this offense, right? They know who they are down here. They're going to be physical. They gave him the football, and what did he do? He rewarded you with 2 touchdown runs. I look for this offense.
Quarterback sneak for the touchdown.
Man, those are so hard to stop defensively. We're just trying to dive in there on the D-line and create a pile and stuff them on 1st down, and 2nd down they go to Old Faithful, run the quarterback sneak to perfection.
And he tacks on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Sheriff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Got his man. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Jackson going to throw it. Fires to the big fella. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. The Seminoles are on the move. Wide receiver shows motion. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Kamara. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
And last week was great for this young man. But man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Coming after him. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Across the 25, he's got room. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's caught. It's Kamara. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Going for 6. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, no!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the 2nd. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Wants to fire on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Logan. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Quarterback checking the play. Going up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Crawford. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll go to the ground. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front. But they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffalo!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got some room to run. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Colorado. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Jackson will throw. Fires to the right. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football.
And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Looking for room. It's Welsh. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Hold it. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The offense lining up for a first down play. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Looking to throw on second down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that ball is picked off. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. 2nd and 10 here. The give to the back. He's loose at the 15. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Boulder.
All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
He looks that one in nicely.
It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I'm starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football and making sure I was in bounds.
Caught in the backfield, it's Kamara. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Seminoles moving quickly to the line. They'll try to run for it. Fighting off the defender. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. The Noles will punt this one away. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Leaves it with the running back. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to go up top on first down. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. Trying to get to it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Buffaloes will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
After that last completion, it's second down. Jackson gonna throw it. Gets open down the middle. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Grab behind the line. It's Kamara. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
They'll line up for a second down play. They'll run play action. Got it behind the line. It's Davis. Makes the catch and knocked down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Finds his tight end. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. And the Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up from a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
This offense has a second down play. They'll give it to the back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. They're going to ride this running back. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves to change for the first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bucs! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride Davis here. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Jackson will throw. He's going to take off. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. He knew the heat was coming. He had to get rid of it in a hurry, and he did so beautifully.
Perfectly. I don't need a big gain. I don't need to hold on to this football because the longer I hold on to it with the blitz coming, the worse things are going to happen. I just need a few yards for the first down, get it out of my hand, get the first down.
It's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
They'll run it from the gun. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get here. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Trying to take it back. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Buffaloes! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
These guys can play offense, too. Look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Seminoles. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step 1 accomplished.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Welch. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the right. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
And the defense brought the blitz on 3rd down, trying to see if they could rattle the quarterback, but how about the poise? He knew where his answer was. He didn't panic or freak out. He just went through his progressions, picked up the first, and we got a fresh set of downs.
These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll put the tight end in motion. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on.
And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
And come on now, O-line, you got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Buffaloes will send out the punt unit. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense...
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida State. He has been surgical. Precision passing, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. And the Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Touchdown, Colorado! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quickly complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it at the 15. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. Give to the running back. Nifty little dance step. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, no! He'll try to tack on one more.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
49, Florida State, 35.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gonna run it. It's good. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it, open.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
And he's done everything for this offense today, running the football, so much so that he's now got 98 yards rushing. We're in the fourth quarter. One more carry, and this guy could eclipse the 100-yard mark.
On second down, wants to throw. Firing to the right, complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Movement here from the tight end. He'll try to drive ahead on third and short. At midfield, he's got room. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
They'll try the run. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. On the ground, it's Welsh. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching. Keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Keep it on the ground. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The Buffaloes trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bucs! They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. point, splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
Florida State, 35.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
The sure hands, it's Davis. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. A 3rd and long coming up here. Jackson gonna throw it. Fires to the middle. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. What a nice play, and even with the short return, they're in scoring position at the 18.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin. And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. Talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the 4th quarter and maximizing possessions, and they put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, 1st down. Here's the handoff. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Quick handoff. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect